So I thought I would do a video a little bit different. I thought I would kind of like chat while I cut. So it's different and it's totally out of my comfort zone for sure. But I figured since I have peace and quiet with no kids right now, that this would be the best time to try this. So I am cutting a mama sweater. It's on white and it has this like super cute like blue floral print on it, and it's gonna say established 2024 on the bottom of it. So it's gonna be super cute. I don't necessarily have a blue that really goes super close with this, which is unfortunate, which I feel like I've had this print before, and I think I had the same problem. But since the sweater is white, we can go with like a neutral color that would kind of go. I don't want to go white because I want something that's gonna kind of like make the blue stand out really well. I mean, it stands out on its own, but I want something that's gonna make the blue just really pop out more. So I'm kind of thinking, since the sweater's white, like a beige would be good with, unless I drop it, that like a beige would be good. So yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking. Like I'm kind of thinking maybe not this one. I have one on my machine that's a little bit darker right now, but I don't want to take it off because putting it back on is just a little bit tedious. So I don't know. So I usually just do, if I'm not sure about the color, I usually just stitch out my placement and then my tack down stitch, and then I'll just like cut when I find my scissors, and then I'll just figure out the color kind of like last minute, like when I think about what I want to do. So yeah, so I'm just gonna cut these now, obviously. So I hope everyone is having a good day. So far I actually have no idea what time it is right now, because I don't have a clock and I'm using my phone. So I'm not sure what time it is. It's probably something like 10 o'clock, I would say. And yeah, so this morning last night I set my alarm for 6 o'clock to get up to do a workout. And this morning I woke up myself at like 5:30ish, and I was like not wanting to get up. So I turned off my alarm, and then my littlest daughter, who's almost 3, she woke up crying at 5:54. So I just kind of waited and she settled herself back down. And so while I looked at the clock, I was like, all right, like this is probably like a sign, all right? Like it's a sign for me to get up and do what I wanted to do. So instead of just going back to bed, I took that as a sign and I got up and I did my workout. And yeah, I probably the same with like a lot of people have like trouble like, you know, not being lazy and getting up and actually like doing your workout or doing whatever you wanted to do. But then you always feel like so much better afterwards. And then you think to yourself like, oh, I really want to like remember this feeling or whatever, like remember how I feel like right in this moment. So then I will get up and do it again. But then I don't know if I'm the only person. I bet you I'm not the only person that, you know, says it to themselves and then doesn't remember the feeling. So you don't get up again. But then I always tell myself that I'm gonna like, you know, start fresh and we're gonna, you know, start doing better and whatever. But we did it, and then I got to have a shower, which was exciting because those don't always happen as frequently as I hoped, as I would like one to, I guess. So yeah, that's what I did this morning. And then I had my coffee and made my daughter's lunch for school and dropped her off at school. And then my husband said that he would take my littlest daughter out with him, like I said earlier. And they are, I don't know what they're doing. I know we have to get cat food, or he's getting cat food. That's one of the things. But I don't know what else he has planned. But even though I obviously love having her here and love having him here, I was like, take your time. I can get some work done. I really want to get one of those like little microphones. Just for, I don't know, I feel like they're just better for honing in on whatever sound you want to have. Like some people enjoy the sound of cutting or tearing or whatever, you know, some people enjoy that sound. So I just kind of wanted to get one of those so I can do more of those type videos. I apologize that you're looking at like the side of my head and my grays that I have, but I'm still trying to figure out the best place to put my camera and then my phone and still be able to see what I'm doing, because I don't know how people work with like their phones or whatever, like right in front of them where it's like on top of what they're doing, because frankly I can't see when I do that. And even doing this way when I'm like sitting up trying to like film and do this at the same time, I naturally just want to like get really close to what I'm doing so I can like really see and like really just get in, because I like to cut super close. Yeah, I like to cut really close so then I don't have any fabrics that are poking out after I do my satin stitch, because it really bugs me when that happens. And I take my work very seriously, and I pride myself on doing a good job. So even though it like I could just cut through this really fast and then not really worry about it and just, you know, get this one done and move on to the next one and whatever, but I take each one very seriously, as anyone should who does this kind of stuff, because these are important and they matter to a lot of people, and to me too. I take pride in what I do, like I said, so I want to do a great job on every single one. So I take my time when I do my cutting, because that really makes, because if you do your satin stitch and then you have like fabric sticking out through it, I don't know, it doesn't look very good to me. And I want everyone, all the people that order from me and people who potentially want to order from me, to know that when I do your order and when I do other people's orders, I am slow, and each letter takes me a long time because I like to make sure I'm super tedious on what I do. So I like go over the same spots like multiple times because I want to make sure that it is perfect. I'm not sure where I'm going to put this video. So far I'm at 11 minutes. I think you can post longer stuff on Facebook, so I might just put it on Facebook. Or maybe I'll chicken out and I won't end up posting it all, and this will just be for myself. Just to talk to myself. But I like watching other people who just do stuff like this, who just like work and, you know, talk. I don't know, I just find it like relaxing or something. I also really have to get started on my Christmas shopping. So far I bought one thing for my girls, and it was like a bigger thing that was on Amazon Prime. It was like that Barbie dream house, but I think it wasn't like the big, it wasn't like the big house one. It was like the one that has like the pool. I think it was called like Pool Party or something like that. But I saw it on, I mean, I've seen it obviously because it's been out for a long while. I'm not sure about how long, but I know that it's gonna be like pretty big, but hopefully it gets used because my daughter, my oldest, is 5, and she's really getting into like dolls and playing with houses and that kind of stuff, and she has a couple Barbies, and then she has like a couple like, you know, knockoff Barbies that aren't actually Barbie brand, but she has like nowhere to really play with them because all the stuff that she has is like smaller for like small dolls and small toys. So I thought that she would really like having something that she could actually play with her Barbies on that's actually bigger. So yeah, so now I use a little seam ripper and I poke holes in the middle A's. So sometimes I'll use my scissors, but depending on the fabric and also depending on the what's row, like having Mama's, the letters are pretty big, so I don't have to really worry about it being like so small. So yeah, I just poke little holes in it, and then I'll just cut out the rest. And then I have to make a final decision on what color I want to use. Since I started using Shopify to do my keepsake orders, I found that, I mean, there's just no real like good quick way of, I don't know, none that I know of, because it took me weeks to just figure out how to like set up my shop, which I still am trying to figure out what to do about it. Like I just kind of figured out how to be able to put reviews, like where people can leave reviews, and yeah, because I think that they can only leave reviews if they have like a shop app, which I have it, but I mean not everyone has a shop app. But anyway, so I just figured out how to do reviews. But what I was saying is that I found that there's like no real good way to like really communicate with people that's fast. Like I can email them, but then you have to wait for them to like check their emails. Not everyone has notifications for their emails, so not everyone would get it right away. But I found for like Etsy, I mean still not everyone has notifications for Etsy, but you can message them on Etsy. So it was a little bit easier that way. But I was trying to see where I would get the most benefit profit-wise, which is why I wanted to try out using Shopify, even though the monthly fees are expensive. And then everything else is like just well, but I mean, I find it's frustrating because unless you're like good at like coding, I don't know how to do anything like that. So, and I don't have anyone to do anything like that, and I'm not willing to hire anyone to do anything like that because I don't have money for that. So you have to, unless you're good at like coding, you have to use like a bunch of like little apps that they have in their Shopify shop to be able to like, do stuff. Like I had to get an app to be able to have more add-ons for my sweaters, like, you know, for people to be able to like find how to do like establish underneath or put like names on the sleeves. And then same with reviews, I had to have another app for I could have people leave me reviews, which is like kind of annoying. I thought that, you know, Shopify being what it was, that you would be able to have all that stuff and not have to add like put a bunch of apps and stuff on it. Like I thought I was under the impression that it would just kind of have it because of how big it is. Like everyone, like a lot of people use Shopify. So there you go. Anyhow, this is all cut. So I'm going to put it on in a machine, let it go. Still haven't really picked a color, but I'll decide between my two. And yeah, thanks for watching me cut, and maybe we'll do this again.